Alrighty. And just like that, we are live. How is it going, everybody? As you know, the APEcoach from Six Pack Gaming, where we bring you the best play to earn NFT games and new Metaverse projects. Today, we are going to be taking a look at the very first build of Dr. Disrespect's new game, Midnight Society. Okay, Project Moon. So this is kind of what the main menu screen looks like, and we're gonna jump into it here in just a second and show everyone what this is looking like. I have not played this, so this is gonna be the first experience together of this. All right, yeah. All right, so here we have the Series 0 patch. We've got our access variant. So in order to get access to this these playtest builds, you have to have one of these 10,000 variants. And fortunately, I have one here. If you guys do have one and you're wondering, how to get this, all that jazz, you just come to, your Midnight Society profile. You come down to the dead drop snapshots, and then you can download it for PC. If you guys are on console, they weren't able to get everything like pushed through on console for this first build, but they will have new snapshot builds every 6 weeks, and they said for sure by the second one, so within 6 weeks, people on console will be able to play this as well. So for those of you who maybe are not familiar with Midnight Society, what it is, any of that stuff, I'll give the little description here, a little elevator pitch. Midnight Society is a new kind of AAA game studio and publishing model over a decade in the making. We are a group of ambitious game industry veterans who see a future in which developers no longer create experiences in a vacuum and players share in a game's success. Our Day Zero community exploded from the moment we announced our intentions, and 400,000 Founders Access Pass applications confirmed that the gaming community shares our vision for what is possible. So, this is an NFT-based game. All of these variants are NFTs, and so there's going to be an NFT economy in this game, but this is set to be a fully legitimized AAA quality game. First-person shooter. So, an arena, first-person shooter, battle royale, vertical extraction game is how this is categorized. So think, Halo meets Warzone meets Escape from Tarkov. That is essentially what they are building here. So super pumped to check it out. And we will do another video on this very soon, going over, all the details that there are about this game so far and kind of diving into it a little bit more. So that'll be in a following video on the channel. But since we're live, since everyone wants to see what the game is all about, we're going to jump into it. Okay, this is a breakdown of what is inside the snapshot. All right, so we have the first snapshot is here. Ride the elevator to the player's hideout, your first glimpse into the world of Dead Drop. Here you can grab your weapon and put it to the test in 3 firing ranges. This build represents 1,859 check-ins from the Dead Drop team from March 1st, 2022 to July 26th, 2022. The focus of this build was to establish the foundation for core player movement, weapon systems, and to introduce an environment in which to test the first weapon. In addition, Snapshot CL 1859 marks the beginning of authentication, profile, account, dedicated server support, and code to support future Dead Drop multiplayer functionality. Variants can download the most current snapshot from their profile page. We already went over that. And so here's a little bit. The environment, the player hideout, is a large interconnected space that will act as the pre-game lobby for players preparing to drop into the tower. The following areas have been built out. So we have the weapons bench, a spawn location for the weapons in the build. Passage A, which is a transition space between the weapons bench and interior range. The interior range is the indoor firing range populated with wooden targets. This range contains a single time trial where targets can be engaged from short to medium range distances in a predictable pattern. This time trial tracks several stats, including accuracy, location of hits, and how long it takes to complete the course. Stats are not currently saved, so there's no persistent leaderboard at this time. This trial is designed to test core weapon functionality. A transition space between the interior range and the exterior range is passage B, and then there's the exterior range, which is the highest section of the exterior, populated with wooden targets with a slight emissive texture to increase visibility in stormy conditions. This range contains a single time trial where targets can be engaged at medium to long ranges. These targets move at varying speeds and directions to increase the difficulty of acquiring a target. This trial is designed to test target acquisition skills, such as leading a moving target and accuracy at a distance. And there's the lower exterior range. The lowest section of the exterior is populated with early SIN prototypes. These primitive android husks have been repurposed into target dummies and no longer contain their memory cores. These targets are dynamic and rise up based on the proximity of the player, triggered by pressure plates built into the ground. This trial is designed to test the reaction speed and accuracy of the player at close to medium range. So, and then the vista. Okay, so a large overlook of the city, including a view of the refiner state during a heavy downpour and thunderstorm. So overall, they've got several different firing ranges to test out the weapons and all of that, or the first weapon, the movement mechanics, aiming, accuracy, all that sort of stuff. And so it kind of sounds like it's going to be like an aim lab type thing. So super, super cool. I did just realize, though, I haven't tweeted this out yet. So let's pull the old Twitter up here. Make sure we're getting this out, letting everyone know that we are revealing the Midnight Society first playtest here. All right, so give me 1 second. Let me tweet this out. Bum, ba-da-da-bum. This here. Still in control. It's out of my hands. You can never take away the power of my All right. You know what? I can probably link. I'm gonna link the YouTube and the Twitch on this. Kind of watch wherever they please. And by the way, if you guys are tuning in, of course, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Help boost the old algorithm on the YouTubes. All right. All good. Alright. Got the tweet going out here.
This the dream, this the dream, this the dream that I see. This the dream, this the dream, this the dream I'll achieve. This the dream, this the dream, this the dream that I see. This the dream, this the goal, this the road they made for me. See me shoot across this night sky, think I might fly when my sights high. I just wanna do it big, shine my light for my lifetime. I'm on this shit when I put on my grind, just a moment of time, and I open the blinds to all them that's still sleeping on me. Still they steady creeping.
All right, sorry chat, I'm just getting the tweet out. This is what we got. Looks good, right? Looks good, looks good. Let's get it out. There we go, baby. There we go, there we go. We are ready. All right, so that was the breakdown of everything, and this is just kind of like the map so far of what there is in this first build. So how about we jump into it? How about that? I know we've been talking for a little bit. I've been giving some people a little bit of time here to filter in. This the dream, this the dream, this the dream that I see. This the dream, this the dream, this the dream I'll achieve. This the dream, this the dream, this the dream that I see. This the dream, this the goal, this the road they made for me. Now I call this my Game of Thrones, cause never winter when they play my songs. They bumping this on the radio, I just melt the speakers and away we go. Still they said he trying to see me wrong, telling me I'll never be the one that oh man, you can't sing how the hey make a song, just do my thing and I'll prove you wrong. My mind is set, now move along. I hear you kid, but that takes so long. Just put that dream on the back burner. Fuck teachers, I'm a fast learner. Don't ever expect that you own me. I take respect that you owe me. You'll never be what I'm about to be. Man, I'm doing this big while you going to sleep. I said you'll never be what I'm about to be, cause I'm doing this big while you going to sleep. Oh, this the dream, this the dream, this the dream that I see. This the dream, this the dream, this the dream I'll achieve. This the dream, this the dream, this the dream that I see. This the dream, this the goal, this the road they made for me. Would you give it all if you knew you could never fall? I said, would you give it all if you knew you could never fall? Would you push on through when you hit the wall? Would you put in all your heart and soul? Then why Alrighty, alrighty. We are going to switch over here, and let me just turn off there. We can get the vibes of the game here. So actually pretty dope to see that, you know, they already have some really nice graphics. They've got you know, some audio tracks and stuff like that too built into this, you know, right off the bat. Looking solid. Are going to dive in. All right. It's on like Donkey Kong, bitch. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let's go. Let's go. So we will see how this runs while streaming here. Right now, I'm only getting like 30-40 frames. Seems a little rough. I do have the graphics on fairly high, so I could probably turn those down to help. Dude, looking around though is sweet so far. Okay, a little bit of running action, a little jumping. Feel very close. I feel like I'm in a console game. But let's check out the weapons here. Oh yeah, baby. Get this gun. I do feel like I need to adjust sense. I think it's just because of like the FOV. But yeah, it feels a little slow. I think it's just because I'm like really zoomed. All right, so let's look up here. Oh, wonder if I can edit the controls here. I definitely don't want a toggle zoom. Okay, so it's only on high or epic settings. Definitely want to keep it on high and epic. I'm gonna adjust this to 1.5 and see how that feels. Little. Now that feels a little fast. So maybe I'll go with like 1.2. I figured they would have kind of kept some of the music and stuff playing during this. It's definitely a little tough on the PC while I'm streaming. And honestly, just having like the websites and stuff open might be slowing it down a little. So let's see. Let's give the old CPU a little. Oh, did I just do? There we go. That was weird. Okay. Lit. So there is definitely some recoil after a little bit here. Okay. So I'm assuming this is going to bring out the targets. Yeah, I can't figure out the sense. It feels like a little off to me, but it almost feels, I think it's just the frame rate that I'm getting, but like it feels like it's almost delayed slightly. If that makes any sense. But let me go with 1.1 maybe, see how that affects it. Little better. Definitely don't like the toggle zoom or the toggle sprint. But overall, like lighting and stuff looks pretty cool. And yeah, this is honestly like the graphics and stuff, like all these, having all these textures and the lighting and all of this. This is much more than I would have expected at this stage of the game build. Like, you have to remember that this game is still like a couple years out. So there's a lot of development still to take place for this. That looks cool. Like a robot skeleton. I don't know what it is about the aiming. It just feels like a little off. But man, maybe honestly I might want it slower. Oh, I just can't get the it just doesn't feel smooth. I don't know how to describe it. That actually feels a little bit 0.85. Let's give this a shot. Alrighty. Time remaining. Okay, so there is a score up top there, huh? Hey, what's up? Daylight Society, huh? Yeah. I guess it is, it's like the afternoon for you already, huh? So this is Dr. Disrespect's new game. It's the very first build. This is still a couple years out. But this is the first build of it. I'm just trying to get a feel for like the sensitivity and stuff, 'cause it feels like a little off. Okay, so like this time, you know, obviously we got a lot higher score than the last time, but and then only a 14% accuracy. I wonder if I start it and then I run up. I wonder if that affects it. I didn't even see this one. Helium. Cool. All right, we're gonna go check out the, I think there was another area down the other place. So we're gonna check this out, but I think this goes up top. Whoa. Whoa. Big lag spike trying to come up these stairs while that was loading. Chad, I'm gonna be honest. I might need to get a new PC to be able to handle this. Now, again, obviously, like, this is all on high graphic settings, so like, it makes sense that it's a little choppy. Hold to interact. Yo, this is actually like way more than I expected to see. Like 100 times more than what I expected this would be. To be honest, I thought this was gonna be like, you know, no textures, like a gray box, just kind of running around, you know, taking a look at things, like moving, jumping. I didn't even know if you could fire a weapon or anything. So yeah, this is wicked so far. For how far out this game still is, this is a lot they've done with it. So very, very cool to see. It's also nice to see that you can actually, you know, climb up on things, although I think I just jinxed myself there by saying that. Okay, there we go. I want to jump up. That's actually really cool too. Like the physics on these little robot guys. You can shoot the heads off all of these. But yeah, how's everything going? How's your day going? What do you think of this game so far? It's the very first build of this. Couple years out still. But it's looking pretty dope. Looking cool. The rain. The audio doesn't sound too bad. I'm gonna actually turn that way up. Really neat stuff. Yeah. Yeah, for like the very first build of this, I think it's much more than I expected. Just very cool. I'm gonna go see if I can get to like the other, I think there's like 3 different firing ranges. So we're gonna do like all 3 of them here, but I'm literally just exploring right now, seeing what you can do, what you can't. Oh my god, I just fell. Oh. Well, there's no fall damage, so Tim the Tap Man would love this. All right, I'm trying to think of where I came from over here. I kind of want to go back to where I was in the beginning to see where that first passage goes. Wait, why does it say 1 active targets? Did I not finish the that looks really cool in there too. That's cool. I also like how it shows like your bullet count on the side of the gun. Shows there's 24 bullets there. Oh, this is the exterior range, huh? Wait. Oh my goodness. There's targets out here. This is one of the ranges. Dude, I can't hit this guy. I wish I could get the movement, like the sensitivity figured out. It just feels off. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like it's almost like there's like a slight delay from when I move the mouse to like where the cursor is on the screen. It's all target practice for now. Yeah, I was shocked that they even had this much in this. I didn't even think you'd be able to like shoot anything. I thought it would like literally be like, you know, you start here, okay, like this is basically what I expected for the game, right? You have this stairwell, you come up the stairs, you come out here into this big world, you get to look around, look at all this cool stuff. But like I didn't think you'd actually be able to like do much. I thought you'd just be able to like move and jump and just like look around. So the fact that they have a gun implemented already, you're able to, you know, shoot at targets. It's definitely a lot of recoil on this gun. I've got to like figure out, either got to like burst it. Here, let's see if we can. Oh, there's no bullet impacts, is there? Oh, I guess there is a little bit. Here, let's see if we can do this. No, there isn't. There isn't really bullet markings. There's a little bit, I guess. But you can see. Oh no, they're disappearing too quick. I'm just trying to see what the recoil pattern is of this. Mostly vertical, but there's definitely side to side. So it's more of the recoil control is more of like, you know, Valorant or CS:GO type of recoil. Like there's actual real recoil on the gun. You have to kind of counteract that, right, as you're firing. So oh, there's another thing here. My goodness. Okay, I can't get in this one yet. That one's access denied. That's all right. So I want to go back to like the very beginning. So this is where it all started. Came out of the elevator, came into here. Gotta see if I can open this. Oh, I can't go in there anyway. Okay, I was going the right way. All right, so yeah, we've got the first one with just the stationary targets here. Why did this not start? Oh, because I still have the other one going, maybe? Yeah, that's got to be it. Just one target alive still somewhere. There he is. Come here. Where'd you go? Reactive targets. Yo, when does this thing end? There he is. Where's the third one? Oh, there. Wait, did that not kill that guy? Oh, I did. Okay. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see if we can go in here. Nope. All right. So we were heading the right way. Let's just take a shortcut. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Jumped so far. All right. So this is another one, huh? How does this work? Time bonus, active targets. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, this is cool. Oh no. This is a very cool. Where do we go now? What? Just like lagged there a little bit. Wait, it says there's 2 active targets. Oh, I'm an idiot. Now what? Why does it say 0? Okay, I got 7,800 with that one. That one was actually really cool. I should do that one again. All right, so we did all 3 of them. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't finish this one? Oh. Oh, shoot. These guys like blend in here. Okay. Okay. All right, now I think I finished it. Okay, let's go back to the start. Let's try this one over again. All right, let's give this a shot. See if we can get a little bit better of a score. What did I have there? Like 9,000 or something? Something like that. By the way, how is the stream looking? I don't know how everything's running with this right now. Missing something here? All right, well that time I got 11,700. Got spam. And now we have the spam bot. How do I report? You have been recorded. Perfect. All right. Oh, you know what? I think I had. No, that's got to be it. I had 2 pages up with my stream open on it. So. Here, sorry, chat. I'm just getting rid of this this bot at the moment. Just get. Perfect. You having an FPS drop? Okay. I think it was that. You know, I think it was like having the things going, but yeah, no, it doesn't look like it's. Does not look like it's streaming very smooth, huh? I'm looking at the stream of this. Damn, because it's playing way better than it looks on the stream. At least on the preview that I'm seeing there. To be honest, like, how is the audio? Is it just the video that is that's choppy like that? Damn it. The heck? That thing like died before I even got to shoot at it? See, this is... Alright, so I got 15,000 that time. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. 48% accuracy. But okay, so let me try to like back out of this. See if the stream clears up. Let's check it. Let's check it. Let's check it. How is it? Like, how is everything running right now? Stream or with the game not open at the moment. That better? Audio seems fine. Okay, so yeah, so it's just like the video that was like getting all choppy and stuff. Okay, let's try to run it one more time here and see see how it plays with that. I install this again. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see. Here we go, moon.exe. All right, let's see if this runs any better now that we've got the extra browser windows and stuff closed. To be honest, I might actually here close Spotify for the moment as well, and Discord, just to see if that helps it at all. Hopefully that, you know, makes it a little bit better. But it is this is definitely demanding on my PC. Even just to like run this right now, like my PC isn't the best for this, and then to be streaming it on top of that, it's you know, that's a whole another thing. I don't know what it is about the aiming. It's maybe I just have to get used to it, but it might even just be the closer FOV. I'm so used to playing like Warzone and Apex and all that stuff on like 120 FOV, and this looks like it's like 60, if even. Right? Where are they? Oh no. Oh no. What did I get? Oh, 4,500. All right, let's see if we can get 5,000 plus. Is this looking any better? Though, as? Let me know. Is it running any smoother? Does it seem like? It still looks kind of bad, huh? When I'm moving around. That's really unfortunate. It looks way better. I'll be sure I'll record. It's still the same, yeah. It feels to me like it's running way better. So what I'm gonna do is record the gameplay when I'm off stream, and then that way I should be able to get, like, you know, what I'm seeing. There we go, 8,200. That's so much better. How did I only get 28% accuracy though? That's what I don't understand. Like, how do you get 100% accuracy? Let's give this a shot. Let's see. But yeah, I'll record this, the actual like gameplay, because I wanted to put up a video on the channel here very soon. Like, how did that one miss? But yeah, so I'm gonna put up a video going over like everything for this game. Oh, I got 9,000. I'll put up a video for everything for this game, and showcase the gameplay, the YouTube video and all of that, like pre-recorded. So man, chat, I've got to figure out a way to block these spam bots. Holy. I just got rid of the last like onslaught of them. Getting smoked with 100. What is this? Yeah, but chat, so one thing that is also is apparently EVIO has launched scholarships. So we might actually pull EVIO up a second here. I'm gonna exit this just because it's clearly not working well for the stream. I do want to see if I can pull up because there's a founders event going on in LA right now, and I was invited to it as well, but just, you know, it's a bit of a big flight, bit of a big traveling. Oh, maybe the live event is done. Why Dr. Disrespect's NFT game is a letdown. Someone who clearly doesn't understand NFTs. Yeah, it's very interesting, chat. Why you know, regular gamers don't understand the value of NFT, you know, NFTs and NFT ownership and actually owning the game assets. And the fact that Dr. Disrespect is building this thing that, you know, you guys can, the players themselves actually have a say in, you know, the actual like building of the game, right? But yeah, so what we were talking about here, you know, we got to take a look at Midnight Society. We are going to be putting up a video on the channel very soon, going over, you know, all the info on Midnight Society, kind of where they're at. I'll showcase a demo of some of that gameplay for that first snapshot and all that good stuff. But here, let me see. You're supposed to be able to do, oh, I gotta log in. What's going on? We're supposed to be able to give out scholarships now in EVIO. So this over here, I can log in without revealing everything I own. But yeah, so now we are supposed to be able to offer scholarships. So the way this works, as long as you have an NFT, either skin or weapon, I have, you know, one of each, you can earn, you know, these E points for playing the games and getting kills and stuff in EVIO here. And then you can convert those to Solana, which is pretty cool, I think. I only did it once, so I converted... Oh, it doesn't even say... Oh, there it is. So about 3,200 E points into 0.04 Sol at that time. So, you know, it's not going to be like a huge earner by any means, but it is a pretty fun game. And just the fact that you're able to earn while playing is pretty dope in itself. But yeah, chat, if any of you guys are wanting to play this and earn, we might be able to set up some scholarships and stuff like that, so that you guys can hop around and actually get some earnings from all of your kills and stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to just hit me up in the Discord as always. The only thing I do have to look into, I'm just pulling up Discord here because I want to see how we give out the scholarships in this. Let's see. All right, let me take a look here. Because do you have you been playing this? Do you have a any NFTs or not? I can't remember if you were playing this or if you were just playing ShooterPals. To be honest, I think the earnings might be a little bit better on ShooterPals. Crazy as that is. Oh man, I'm not used to playing this. Oof. I don't know how this guy's surviving. Ooh. Why didn't that do anything to those guys? Oh, that's... Oh, no, I thought that was Moon Man. I was gonna say, I played in that Fractal tournament. That dude. I feel like everyone we're playing now is like tryhards. Craziness. Crazy. Chat, how do we get rid of these fucking YouTube bots? This is insane. Holy moly, every 10 seconds we're getting spammed with bots. Craziness. Yeah, that really sucks. That really sucks that I can't stream the game for you guys without like that frame drop. Report and block / ban, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing that. Like I've done that 13 times already. And they just keep coming back. So let's see if that works there. Just joined a few minutes ago. Well, welcome. Yeah, if you just joined, like you can go back earlier in the stream. We brought up the Midnight Society and stuff. The only thing is apparently there was like a frame drop in the actual stream had the game up because it is really demanding. They said like in order to have like the best experience with this, you should have like a full high spec PC kind of thing. Oh yeah, that's true too. Sub only mode, but I really don't want to do that. I'd rather be able to, chat with you guys, hang out, that good stuff. Let me see here. Let's get on a little bit of background. How loud is that? Sounds loud to me. Hold on. Sub for chat, yeah. No doubt. How's your day going though, Gamers Roost? Have you checked out the Midnight Society and all that? Like I can bring it back up again, but because like it runs perfectly fine on my PC, but it's just the stream of it for whatever reason doesn't stream very well. Well, I know the reason is my PC is not good enough to handle it. But yeah. And then this is ShooterPals. This is just like a fun platform shooter. Also an NFT game that you can kill people and earn. Oh no, I'm gonna fall off the map. Oh my god, I thought it was dead there. Oh, I just got a laser gun. Get back here. Oh, what the hell? Where'd this guy go? I'm a legend member from Doc's Twitch days. I will not NFT though. I wanted to see the gameplay, and what I saw I liked a lot. Yeah, I mean the game looks awesome. What's your reasoning behind like no NFTs though? Curious. Like, what is it about NFTs that you don't like? Like, I understand that there's like, you know, there's a bunch of like scams out there and like BS and stuff like that. But when it comes to like a game asset, I feel like that is the best and, well, virtually, you know, my only real, what I think the real utility of NFTs is right now, at least. Real bottom line is I'm in an industry where I would never trust any form of digital currency. And what industry is that? I mean, gaming in general is a digital currency, right? Like, you just convert dollars to in-game currency. It's virtually the same thing, especially if you're, you know, considering you know, games. Like, is it just calling it NFTs that puts a bad taste in your mouth or something? Because like gaming has had virtual currencies and exchange of, you know, real fiat currency, right? Like US dollars or whatever, dollars for, you know, in-game items and in-game currency and stuff like that, you know, WoW gold and all of that. Like, it's had that for decades, right? It just hasn't been legit, right? Like, it's all been kind of against TOS and stuff like that on like third-party sites. What is going on with this dude? It's like frozen. Oh. What? Something weird is going on with this. My entire work based around blockchain. Don't trust the shit. Personal gut feeling. 46. Now wet behind the ears. So, okay, so you work in blockchain, but you don't trust it? I'm just trying to understand. Yo, what is going on with the bots in this right now? They're like broken. Yeah. Az, I don't know what's happening here. By the way, Az, if you want to hop in, we can play a few rounds of ShooterPals here. I don't trust it for currency. Trust it for chain of title and other means of archive. So then what? So then wouldn't you, like, that's what NFTs are, right? Like, it's literally just verifying your game assets on the blockchain. I don't even think Dr. Disrespect has said anything, or like Midnight Society has mentioned anything about a cryptocurrency like built into the game economy, right? Like, my understanding is it's likely just going to be NFT items and player skins and things like that. But Yeah. Like I don't think the main, the main utility of NFT gaming is going to be, cryptocurrency replacing traditional money, right? I just think it gives you opportunity to have ownership of the game assets and be able to sell them to others on an open marketplace, and have the players kind of have control over the in-game economy. Is that on the Midnight's page? What are you asking about? Like having a cryptocurrency? Like, I don't think they've ever mentioned anything about having a cryptocurrency tied to the game. It's more so like NFT, like the NFT items, right? That you would be able to sell for, either dollars or a cryptocurrency. I'm assuming it would be your choice, similar to what they do, or what they're building out in Big Time, which is another NFT game that is building like an MMO, an NFT MMO that's supposed to be basically like Diablo meets World of Warcraft. This is kind of what it looks like here. But essentially the way that they've set things up and the way that they're gonna like build it out is, they have their marketplace of all these like cosmetic items that people can buy, and you can either just buy those like with credit card, the same way as buying V-Bucks on Fortnite or something like that, right? Like it's just like an in-game currency, or or you can buy them like straight with your credit card, or you have the option of converting the funds to like a cryptocurrency and sending them to a crypto wallet, essentially, right? So you could play an NFT game like this, or what I'm assuming is the same that they'll be doing with Midnight Society. You can play this just like any other online game that you would have, in-game like purchasable items or whatever, right? Like the same thing as like buying the battle pass on COD, right? Like you just put your credit card in and you buy COD points, which are just like an off-chain virtual currency, and you're able to get the battle pass, right? This would basically allow you to do that, get very unique skins and camos maybe for your weapons, but then you could actually resell them to other players, and then you could convert that back to you could use that as an in-game currency and use that to buy other skins off other players, or you could just extract the funds from that and put that back on your card, or into your bank, essentially. So that's my thought process behind it. But yeah, as far as I know, they haven't said like they're going to launch their own token economy with this, like their own cryptocurrency. I think it's more so focused on just the NFTs and having that ownership. I may have turned my nose for no reason based on my work, which shouldn't affect you, right? I work in blockchain and don't trust where it's going, so I likely just blocked it. Yeah. I mean, it's it's totally your decision, right? Like I understand, the hesitation and where people are kind of iffy, especially when you hear of like NFT scams and all this BS cash grabs and rug pulls and stuff like that have kind of plagued the space. But it's it's because it's so new, right? And there's a bit of a learning curve initially, and whenever there's new technology and there's a learning curve sort of a necessary for that, it's going to bring about the opportunity for scams and things like that, right? Because there's vulnerable people that are interested enough to get into a space but don't fully understand it. So people that do understand it and have nefarious purposes are going to exploit that, you know, as just the nature of humanity, essentially, right? Some people are just assholes. But yeah, I mean, I think like the initial sort of boom in the NFT gaming space, you know, was all sort of revolving around this like play to earn model and, you know, earning, you know, shit coins, essentially, you know, meme tokens that don't really have any value. They're just tied to the game, right? They're just like an earnings token. And it was just kind of set up as, you know, a Ponzi, essentially, right? That's kind of how all the initial, you know, Web3 games, NFT games were kind of built. But I think as the space progresses, it will develop more to, you know, more in line with just traditional games. And I think it has to, because people are starting to become a lot more wise to the Ponzi-nomics of these, you know, traditional play to earn models. And I think the real you know, the real impact that NFTs will have is just giving that ownership back to the players and allowing people to freely buy and sell in-game items, you know, for whatever currency they choose, right? You're going to have some people that are, you know, big into crypto and they believe in the, you know, in the technology or, you know, in its establishment as a currency, and they want to, you know, accumulate that. And then you're going to have people that, you know, don't care about cryptocurrencies at all, but it's still cool to be able to like actually own your items. And, you know, you're not just blowing $10 a month, or like every few months or whatever, on battle passes to get skins for items that, you know, you don't use and you can't really do anything with, right? Like that's just like sunk costs after sunk costs. At least with, you know, having NFTs, like maybe, you know, if the skin or whatever isn't really that rare, like, yeah, you're not probably going to be able to like resell that for much. But if you get something that's like an achievement grind, or, you know, like something that's like really hard to get and super rare, and, you know, you don't care about it, or maybe, you know, you don't really care about playing that game anymore, if you can resell that skin to people that are still, you know, dedicated to the game and want that, like that's pretty sick, right? Like if I could like resell one of my old COD, you know, camos or something for like $50, that would be unreal. And then I'd be able to use that to buy the new COD game the next year, right? I just feel that NFT is going to open the door to public trading of bits. Once that happens on a large scale and becomes mainstream, it'll become so abused, it'll become useless. Yeah, I mean, feeling about Doc's NFT was more so because against this usage model. What do you mean by that? I didn't know they gave out all of these brand assets for this dead drop thing. That's actually pretty dope. I'm gonna have to make use of these in thumbnails and all that stuff in the future. Usage of blockchain. Oh, for NFTs. So like, what is it about blockchain that you don't trust? Just like that you have to have like a large network effect, essentially, to be able to have a secure blockchain? I think ultimately, you know, there has to be a collaboration of, you know, traditional web security and stuff along with blockchain for these games. And like that's why I think gaming is the best sort of sector for that crossover and, you know, development of NFTs and, you know, actual use case for them. Like, you know, NFTs as profile pictures, you know, people are just speculating on them, right? It's just like a, you know, collecting Pokemon cards essentially, although Pokemon cards are, you know, physical, I guess, so you could argue that, you know, they would hold or real value. But yeah, I think don't trust the ability to maintain a secure chain. Yeah, I think there has to be a collaboration on both sides of things, where you still need traditional web security, and there has to be obviously like auditing of the chains and stuff like that. And the nice thing though is with Midnight Society here, the doc is in communications with Ryan Wyatt, who was the head of YouTube gaming. Ryan Wyatt left YouTube to go to Polygon Studios. He's the new CEO there. And plus, Polygon is the layer 2 on Ethereum. So realistically, one of the most, secure blockchains possible. Just imagine a blockchain storing JP Morgan Chase, banks, mortgages, and someone finding out how to put the chain back together. Well, I mean, realistically, like, you would have to have access to the majority of all the blocks, right? Oh, you hit enter too soon. Oh, good. But I'm pretty sure JP Morgan has dumped a lot into Bitcoin and crypto and stuff recently. And there has actually been I think there was like the first mortgage transfer or like property transfer via NFTs like last year or something. So it is kind of heading in that direction. But let me see, JP Morgan. Coin Systems and Onyx by JP Morgan. Dun, 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 dun. To be honest, it looks like JP Morgan has its own bank-led blockchain here. Yeah, this was from like June. This is just from like a month ago on its crypto plans. I haven't even looked into this, to be honest. Onyx by JP Morgan. So, it looks like they own their own blockchain here. Formed in 2020. They must have acquired Onyx or something like that. Or maybe, I don't know, they were building this in the background. But yeah, it seems to be kind of heading that direction. But I think realistically, the Docs game's still a little bit away, right? It's still a couple years. I think they're going to have a lot of time to learn from other projects that are developing and gradually releasing. Like, the whole space is evolving, right? Like, NFT games realistically are only about, the space is only about 2 years old. Like, yeah, there was a few games like before that, and some of these games started a little bit earlier, but the kind of like popularity and more mainstream adoption didn't really kick off until like 2020. So the whole NFT gaming industry is so new that over the next couple of years, we're going to see a lot of new iterations of things, and, a lot more failures and things that don't work out, and some things that work better than others. And so I think, they're going to have an opportunity to kind of learn from the mistakes of all these other projects over the next couple of years. And I don't think, Guy Beam's a smart dude, right? Like, they're not going to rush something out just for the sake of it, being blockchain or whatever. They're not just going to like throw something out that they're not fairly certain is going to do, really well and be designed in a way that makes sense to, like, the whole idea behind Midnight Society here is to try to kind of bridge that gap, right? Like, right now there's basically like Web3 gamers or NFT gamers over here, and then, you know, traditional gamers over here that want nothing to do with NFTs and all of that stuff. But I feel like there's a lot of just like, you know, kind of like an educational divide there, and just like barriers to entry that, you know, traditional gamers and stuff don't really want to deal with, you know, crypto wallets and blockchain and learning about, you know, exchanges and all of this stuff that, you know, it currently takes to kind of get involved in crypto games or NFT games. You know, they just want to be able to hop into a game and just play the game. And I think that's what these NFT games will get to. But it's also new, right? Like, it has to build towards that. And I think Midnight Society has one of the best chances of kind of bridging that gap and being that happy medium between, you know, just a solid quality traditional game that also is able to incorporate NFTs. And who knows, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe the model or the economy doesn't work out and they have to kind of, I don't know. Like, I don't think they're making any promises. Like, I think they're doing it smart. I don't think they're making any sort of like monetary promises with this, or, you know, stating that, you know, this is going to be a game that you're going to be able to play and make a living just by playing this game from collecting some sort of like cryptocurrency. I think they're going the complete opposite route with it, and just, you know, just finding ways to integrate new technology into the gaming space and trying to be innovative in a space that has just recycled the same games over and over on repeat for the past, you know, 10-15 years, right? Like, you know, there hasn't really been any innovation in, you know, Call of Duty or Battlefield or Halo, right? There's just new titles, re-releases of the same stuff. And so I think they're trying to innovate and, you know, trying to be first movers in a space, and hopefully it works out. You know, I hope, hopefully it's good for everyone. It's just an evolution of the space, realistically. When I started this and said I do this for a living, I said JP like an idiot. I'll be more open-minded to gaming NFTs. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, I haven't really, you know, I haven't dug into, you know, JP Morgan or like any of that stuff, or like banking and that. You know, I don't, I try not to, you know, get too wrapped up in all of it. My main focus is just on NFT gaming, because I see the potential there, because, you know, gaming is a space where people are already spending, you know, tens of thousands, millions of dollars on, you know, microtransactions in games. You have, you know, the free to play games with the microtransactions that became the most profitable model in gaming history. You have the, you know, the old school like WoW subscription based gaming and stuff like that. Like, gamers are used to spending money on games, right? And so by just like being able to incorporate NFTs into that, where players can actually resell the stuff that they're spending money on and maybe recoup some of their sunk costs that would have just been lost in traditional gaming, it makes up for you know, a cool opportunity. And then you know, there's also like, I guess, greater player driven, you know, economy capabilities from that. Like, it's still so new that it's hard to predict where the space is going to kind of lead to or end up, but I know that there's massive potential there. And to be honest, like I knew nothing about like crypto or like NFTs and stuff like a couple of years back, and like I had heard of NFTs and I just thought like, okay, yeah, it's just another like fad, right? Like, it's just, you're collecting pogs basically, right? Like or collecting art, right? And I thought it was just like a little fad that would pass fairly quickly. It's just a little bubble. But then once I heard about, you know, NFT games and just the idea of having that ownership and being able to buy and resell and potentially earn off of your in-game assets, that was where I was like, oh, holy crap, okay, that actually gives real utility to NFTs. That makes sense. So that's where, you know, the switch kind of flipped for me. And I was like, I definitely think, you know, this isn't going to be something that just like disappears overnight. I think people are going to keep kind of building this space up, and gaming, I feel like, is the kind of most natural merger of the two, because gamers are so used to already having an in-game currency that isn't, you know, actual dollars. You know, you collect gold and WoW and stuff like that. Like, gamers are used to all of these things. It's just the, you know, the additional layer, I guess, of like blockchains and NFTs. But I think that will kind of all like mold together just into new versions of games. Will agree with your points of the divide. Absolutely bridge the gap tonight for me. So add a tick to your win column. Well, I appreciate that. I wasn't, you know, I wasn't aiming to, you know, to win you over or anything. I was just trying to, like, you know, I think it's important for more people to have just like open conversations about, you know, what NFT games are realistically, right? Because like, obviously there's a lot of people in the space that, you know, are just in it for money and, you know, just after cash grabs, and a lot of influencers and stuff too, right? Where they'll just be like, oh, like, no, like NFT games are amazing, like you can play this game and you're gonna be able to quit your job and blah blah blah, right? And they're just trying to get more people into, you know, their Ponzi because they're kind of at the top of it, essentially. So like, I think it's important to, you know, address the fact that, like, yeah, there's obvious issues in the space and there's big hurdles that the space has to overcome in order to get the whole like mainstream adoption. But I think like on the other side of things too, you know, like a lot of us that are into like NFT games and kind of like see the potential in the space, you know, we come from just a traditional gaming background, right? Like, so I don't think, like, I think people from like traditional gaming have to be a little bit more open-minded to, you know, kind of like the possibilities that NFTs could have, and, you know, and looking at the positives and negatives. And for sure there's negatives, but there also could be a lot of positives too. And I think that the way that things get better is not just like, you know, continuing this divide and being like, no, you know, fuck NFTs, I hate that shit, it's all a scam, blah blah blah, or, you know, NFTs are the only way, blah blah. Like, it's the same thing with everything, right? Like, when you have people that are so you know, polarized on opposite sides of things, they always speak the loudest. But I think in the middle is where people kind of like come together and actually like make progress with stuff, where it's like, oh, okay, like I could see, you know, there is some positive use cases for NFTs in gaming. It does kind of fit with a traditional gaming model. How do we make that in a way that isn't scammy and isn't, you know, a Ponzi and isn't gonna screw people over? So should have worded that differently, so I'll delete and redo the last. Okay, I didn't have a chance to read it yet anyway, so you're all good. What's your feeling on the use of NFTs? Ultimately, as a way to mine coins for the founders in a very large way for long-term high return profit by using a web of machines. Well, so there's different, there's like kind of different models, right? Like you have the traditional, you know, proof of work, but you also have like proof of stake, and there is like new blockchain models that they're working on. But realistically, I think it's just a way to verify, you know, virtual items and to be able to transfer ownership way quicker, way cheaper, and easier than traditional methods, right? And the same goes with, you know, blockchain technology, just with, you know, the transfer of funds. if I want to, convert Canadian dollars into Colombian pesos, for example, I went to Colombia a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago or so. Went to Colombia, and so like I had to like, go to the bank, convert my like Canadian dollars to US dollars, and then I had to go to the foreign currency exchange. I got to convert like the US dollars to Colombian pesos and stuff like that, and it's like this huge long process that you got to go to all these places physically and like do all this stuff. Blockchain allows you to like, I'm going to take my cryptocurrency from my wallet, swap it, and send it to your wallet across the globe, and that's only going to take 30 seconds. So I think there's definitely a lot of like positives that can come from the space, but like in terms of like NFTs, like I think it's just a way to, again, like I said, like offer ownership of game assets to the players rather than it all just going to the publisher's pocket. And the way that the publisher can benefit from it too is if they are the creators of those NFTs, they get royalties on the resales of those. So I feel like that's where publishers are kind of missing. I feel like a lot of publishers kind of are avoiding it because they don't see giving players ownership of in-game items or assets as a monetary beneficial thing for the publisher itself. But if they're creating these NFT collections and they're receiving royalties on all those sales, 1% of marketplace sales, and they have millions of dollars of sales going through every day, that's a lot of recurring revenue that, they get continually, right? Like as long as their game survives and the players are actively kind of trading between one another. So yeah, I don't know if that even answers what you're asking, but I think there's benefits in both cases, right? As a player, you actually own your items, and there is a legitimate set rarity and limited quantity of a specific item that's verifiable on blockchain, right? Whereas in a traditional game, most item rarity is just based on drop rate, percent chance of drop rate in the game itself. So over the years, those things become less and less rare, essentially. Plus there's nothing stopping the publisher from just creating infinite numbers of whatever these rare items are at any point in time, right? Like they have the power to do that. Whereas if the economy is kind of given over to the players in the form of a limited number of like these NFTs and legitimate rarity, that's where things can kind of like hold value in a sense, right? Plus we talked about the concept of being able to resell old COD camos or Fortnite emotes or something like that. If you don't play that game anymore, but you've spent $400 on microtransactions in the shop, it'd be pretty sweet to be able to get $60 back or something for reselling that stuff to players that are still actively playing the game, and you just want to like go play something else or what have you. And then there's also the sort of scholarship model that is established that I think offers like a very unique opportunity for multiple aspects of individuals, right? Like you can have people who are more so just investors in the space that acquire ownership of these items, and they are able to loan them out to others to play the game with, and that allows others to play the game with no barrier to entry in terms of monetary amounts, right? So players are able to play a potentially like paywalled game for free. They earn a percentage of the earnings for playing. If it's a game that they actually enjoy playing, then if they're going to be playing the game anyway, at least they're getting a percentage of the earnings, and they have no risk of, you know, having that financial investment. And then the people that just want to invest in the game itself or in the game economies, that, you know, maybe don't have the time or the want to play the game, it offers them an opportunity to still kind of participate in the ecosystem as well. So there's a lot of really cool things in the space. Like, I have every skin from Fortnite Season 1 on my kid's account. Those could become NFT tradable. I got you. Yeah, exactly. You know, you spent money on those things already. You know, they're sitting there. If they're not playing it anymore, you know, that's just, you know, money that's gone, right? Like, it's just stuff that's sitting there in a game. But, you know, Fortnite still has a crazy active community, a super high active player base and stuff. People are still spending crazy money on that. Plus, because those Season 1 items are, you know, people can't get them anymore. Those that are like newer to the game that want those are like, shit, like those are super rare. You know, I'll give you $50 for that pickaxe or whatever. And it's like, okay, sweet. Like if you have like NFTs incorporated into that, you can actually do that. And you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see you know, Fortnite start to like integrate something like that, or other games that they're developing, because Epic Games has already kind of you know, given the green light to NFT games on their platform after Steam banned NFT games, or like the use of NFT games. So they do have a really cool NFT game that's being built by Gala Games coming out. It's going to be called Grit. So this is supposed to be, oh yeah, I just Googled Grit. That's going to bring up 18,000 things. That book is actually really good. So Grit by Gala Games is basically going to be like a Western battle royale. So it's kind of like Red Dead meets battle royale. Looks really, really cool. This is going to be launching on the Epic Games launcher. But yeah, like that's where a lot of the opportunity is as well, I think. So like, you know, there's the obvious being able to, you know, buy and own those in-game assets and being able to resell them to other players. But then, you know, two, which I think is the coolest thing, is kind of the scholarship model, or the rental program, or the loaning of in-game assets. You know, you'll be able to essentially be a you could be a real estate investor in games, right? Like if this is a big like MMO, and I've never seen that where the guy in the parachute bounced off the thing. But if you're in like an MMO and you could own like a castle in, you know, whatever game, and that provides benefits to your guild or whatever, right? Like the guild castle, if you can own that and like rent out that space to others or something like that, or like, I don't know, like there's a lot of possibilities. But like you could own an in-game little bar in here, or a little saloon or something, and you could basically earn in-game currency for, you know, providing services in the game. And players would actually be paying other players rather than, you know, just spending money at an NPC. Each NPC in an NFT game could be another real player that's reselling their items and stuff like that. Arma 3 oil fields as NFTs. Yeah. I will take your assets, no doubt. But yeah, so like there's that aspect, and then there's, you know, the ability for people, again, like I said, to be able to rent. You know, say you have to own, let's take Midnight Society, right? That's what this is all about, right? So you got to own one of these variants, right? And these weren't very expensive. These were like $50, I think. But, you know, for a teenager or whatever that like doesn't have the money but still wants to play the game, it's like, if you can rent this like NFT or whatever from someone, like if I rent this out to someone, they're able to play for free. Or I have my little brother, right? He's got all the time in the world. He wants to grind the game. I'm working. I don't have time, right? I can rent my NFT to little bro. He can go play the game. He can like earn a little bit from it, maybe collect other NFTs and stuff in the game that he can resell in the marketplace. And then I get a cut of that as the owner of this. So I'm still earning a little bit from it, even though I don't have to spend any time. So like I'm getting a little bit of passive income. You know, little bro's able to play the game for free. He didn't have to invest anything, so he doesn't have any risk. He's still able to play the game and earn a little bit from it. I think that's where there's still a ton of potential with all of this stuff. You know, there's tons and tons of possibilities, but yeah, that's kind of my take on it. I feel like we've been talking for quite a while here. And yeah, like, you know, ultimately time will tell at the end of the day what ends up happening with all of this. But I have pretty high hopes for it. I think they'll take their time with it and make sure that they do things the best way possible, because if they don't, then you know it's gonna have a very negative impact on so many people, right? So many things. Like Doc is getting a lot of traditional gamers and streamers and stuff like involved in this, you know, so if it doesn't go over well, then all of a sudden, you know, that's a bad taste in, you know, all of these different people's brands and images, not to mention, you know, Dr. Disrespect's himself, you know, that would be a negative impact on his personal image and branding. And then for the Web3 space, you know, that's obviously going to be a big hit if, you know, this doesn't go over well and it doesn't, you know, it doesn't kind of pan out, because this is kind of like the first sort of like bridge between the traditional gaming space and kind of like Web3 gaming. And yeah, so I feel like there's a lot riding on this, and everyone that's involved is going to be working hard to make sure that like it's done the best way possible. Fully agree that this is not a joke. It's a very real thing. It's not a power move. It's what Doc's dream has been for a long ass time. Yeah, no doubt. He's you know, he's kind of been like talking about it, like referencing things about this for a while. And, you know, obviously you see his you know, disdain with the state of Call of Duty and audio and just, you know, game design in general. So I'm excited to see what he's able to kind of produce with this, especially with, you know, the team that they've built up. And they're still obviously like they're hiring tons of talent as well. You know, you've got gameplay engineers, back-end engineers, a bunch of designers. They're still looking for art, audio. There you go. Audio designer, full-time. We need someone that is going to be making the best audio of any game in history. But yeah, so that's kind of my take on it. If you want to see big time, I can pull that up as well, or I can try to pull up Midnight Society again here, but it was dropping frames quite a bit. He's a very business savvy. He hints here and there about things that only pertain to C-level content. Yeah. About to head out. All good, man. Yeah, I might actually call it here too. Really, really impressed though with how much was already built in the, you know, this very first playtest kind of build here. Like, this was the first snapshot build. They've only been working on this like not that long, right? Well, I mean, they've been working in the back end for a long time, obviously, but you know, they didn't really start talking about it until like, you know, a few months back. And to be honest, I was expecting to see, you know, gray boxes, just like a 3D figure kind of moving through the space, being able to walk around, jump up and down, and, you know, climb on some boxes and stuff. You know, I didn't know if there would be texture or anything, and I figured if there was like a textured environment, that it would have been, you know, basically walking up into an open space, being able to, you know, look at the walls, look at, you know, cool spaceships or whatever floating by, and you know, just cool artwork essentially. And again, just kind of like running around, jumping up and down, that sort of thing. But the fact that the very first playtest, you've got 3 different shooting ranges, all with different mechanics. You've got a gun that you can go pick up, you can go, you know, shoot, you can reload, like, and yeah, it looked really, really good. Like, the lighting, the textures, and all that stuff looked phenomenal. And yeah, just all the functionality that they already have in this, knowing that this is still like this is like 2024 release kind of thing, right? Or 2025 even. Like, this is still like very far off the full release. So it's crazy. Who's locking up the CPU, mining that coin? Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, putting it in Doc's back pocket. He's got to fund another Champions Club remodel, right? He's got to update the locker room. Hilarious. It was really heavy on the CPU, but it's just because the sink in the waterbed. Yeah, no doubt. It was very CPU heavy, but they mentioned on the site, they were like, these builds are meant to test like top end PCs, and like, I've got like a 3060, and I've got like a mid PC, so I can run the game and I can play it perfectly fine, but trying to run it and stream it, it was like causing the stream to lag. So he knows, that's all. I don't know what that means, Ignacio. You can't just come in and that's the only thing you say. How's it going? How's your day going? What's up, Jay? How come my bots were not moving on ShooterPals? It must have been bugged, to be honest. I haven't seen that before, but I'll let the devs know. They're usually pretty quick to respond. You know, when anyone reaches out in their Discord and stuff, but I have the contacts with like the lead developer and stuff on Twitter and everything too, so I'll be sure to let them know if it's still messed up. But yeah, I was wondering the exact same thing. Sorry, I was just watching. Hey, that's all good. I just don't know what you're referring to with he knows. What does that mean? Hey, let's see. I'm gonna hop into a game just to see if it's still messed up. Doc always wanted a vertical BR. Yeah, I think that's a really cool concept. Like, really cool. See, this server that I'm in here is super laggy. I'm gonna try to make a custom one again and see if it still bugs out. But yeah, I think that's a really cool concept and a smart move on his part, because like, you have like both gameplays are super popular, kind of in their own respects, right? Like, and they're kind of like niche sort of genres that have both really blown up and are both like growing. So combining them together, having a battle royale and the vertical extraction, I think that's going to be you know, it's just going to cater to so many audiences. And I think if they do it right, it's going to be a wicked game. Splitgate was a really good game concept that fell on its face. Yeah, I was all about it. I think this will have a lot of that. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's no guarantees, right? Like what'll... All right, see, there you go, chat. I don't know. It must have just been a bug in that last game that I was in, because yeah, they're all moving around now. I should have just stayed in that game and just farmed chips, earned some cashola. Oh man, I just got smoked. But yeah, it's very interesting, right? Because with the NFT integration, you are magnifying like what you're magnifying, like people that want to see this thing like succeed, that are super passionate about like NFTs and crypto and stuff like that. And then you have like the alternate polarization where people that hate NFTs just want to see this thing crash and burn, right? So you have people that are like very, very for this and then like very, very opposed at the same time. So it's, oh no, I'm gonna yes, eat a shotgun to the face. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. So yeah, Halo Infinite, that is a good you know, a good call as well, because yeah, that game was supposed to be, you know, the revival of the franchise that's been, you know, missed for so long, and it just kind of died, right? Like it still has some like esports sort of staying power, I guess you could say, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with it, right? Like maybe it won't be the game that, you know, pops off and is like the blockbuster that takes over Call of Duty and stuff like that. But if they do it well, and you know, the integration of NFTs kind of like works out and stuff, like it could make big waves in the sort of like crypto space, in the NFT space, and that could create like a big sort of like level of success in its own way, right? Like in its own sort of like vacuum, and kind of push the popularity of the title that way. Like even if it's not as huge of a traditional gamer player base that kind of like adopts it, it could get really good reception in the sort of like crypto or like NFT gaming space. I don't know. It's really interesting because like traditionally when you're marketing anything, you always want to specify like a niche audience, right? And have very specific sort of demographics and targets that you're going for. And traditionally when you try to mix too many things, it doesn't convert well. And so there is that possibility of this doing the same, where it's trying to be too many things at once, right? Like just in the aspect of it being, you know, a battle royale vertical extraction game, right? There's no you know, proven concepts of that being a popular game model yet, right? So that's already a hurdle in itself. And then like the integration of NFTs is a whole nother layer that, like, you know, brings with it its own challenges and stuff like that. So like it's marketing to so many different audiences, right? But yeah. Let me just catch up on chat here. Just think all the people that put that money in Warzone and now Modern Warfare 2, you can't use nothing. Yeah, yeah, and so that's what we were talking about a little bit earlier, Ignacio, that you know, those NFTs will allow you to at least be able to like resell, recoup some of the value that you've already spent on the game. So yeah, that's like one of the biggest positives of it. But thanks for the chat. Have a good night. I'm in Maine, so we're likely neighbors. Yeah, I'm in Canada. I'm like Toronto area. But yeah, it was good chatting. Glad I could, I don't know, perhaps make you a little more accepting of the possibilities of NFT games. And just I think Doc's project has a lot of potential, and I'm excited to see what he can do with it. So I think it's worth not, you know, writing it off before giving it a chance. Oh no, I keep forgetting that they added a zoom function with snipers in this game, and that's normally my melee attack, and so I can't melee when I have a sniper rifle out, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, man, I appreciate you tuning in, appreciate the sub as well, and hopefully we'll see you in future streams and videos. I'll be doing a like an overview video of Midnight Society on the channel probably within the next couple days, and I'll go over like all the info that I can find on the game, what they've kind of said about it, what they haven't. So that's where like I'll look into, you know, the talk about like cryptocurrencies and stuff like that, but I don't believe that's even on their roadmap or their plans for this. I think it's mainly just the NFT focus and implementing NFTs so that players have ownership of their in-game items. But yeah, that'll be one of the next videos on the channel. And then obviously we have more NFT games and all that good stuff as well. Plus we also stream Warzone pretty frequently. So yeah, kind of a mix between Web 2 and Web 3 right now. 'Cause obviously I come from just traditional gaming space, but I believe in the opportunity in NFT gaming as well. But yeah, this game is a really fun, like, casual game. It's basically like Worms and Super Smash Bros. Kind of thing, like kind of a mix between those. Really, like, it's really close to like Worms. But yeah, just like a platform shooter. Every time you get a kill, your guy grows bigger. You also earn like chips tokens, which is their sort of like in-game currency, and you can sell those for other cryptocurrencies or what have you. Oh my god, this dude has aimbot. What the hell? Sniping me. But yeah, it's like a really fun, just like casual game that isn't have to be too, you know, to get too worked up about it, too sweaty or anything like that. But it's actually like, it's a lot of fun because it is just like casual and like, you know, you just kind of get to screw around and stuff. But you can earn a little bit from it. There's also achievements, which are really cool. And so like you earn experience in each of the games, and then there's certain achievements like, you know, play 150 matches on this Pal City map or like the Fatal Forest map or whatever. So just like, you know, random achievement things that give you like bonus earnings and all kind of stuff like that. And it's super affordable too. Like, in order to play this, it is going to be free to play when it's at the public launch. This is still in like early access, so it's available to anyone who owns an NFT, but you can get a common NFT for this for, I think, 0.003 Ethereum, which is like, I don't know, right now probably like $8 or something like that. So it's, you know, it's basically like picking up a mini game on Steam for cheap. Where? Oh, I forgot I made this full screen. Here, I'll see how much it is for a common PAL right now. $5. $5 for a common NFT, and that'll allow you to at least play the game. If you do get a higher rarity NFT, they cost more. So there's like $5, $50, and then I think like 500 for the top one at the current prices. And the higher rarity NFTs give you an earnings multiplier so that you earn more tokens for every kill that you get. But yeah, I actually, when you get a lot of friends and stuff on this game and you have like a solid group of people playing, it's a blast to play. So I really enjoy it. Oh no. But again, like the earnings are modest too, right? Like it's more so just focus on like the fun of the game and being able to earn like a little bit on top of it. I'm trying to get this next level, Master Sergeant or whatever. Like I'm trying to get that 3,000 experience so that I get that like chips bonus, but it's taken quite a bit longer than I expected it. Oh no. Stop. Oh, get wrecked. Oh my god. Oh no, I missed. Oh shoot. Trying to melee me. Wait, how did that one miss? There we go. That's more like it. Oh yeah. Oh, I missed him. Gonna die, Drew. There we go. Ah. No. How did he survive that? Stupid shield. Bam. Absolutely wrecked. Oh my god. Triple kill. Nastiness. Raining pain down on them. Oh, by the way, we will also be giving out, or we're going to be hosting a giveaway for a rare ShooterPal very soon. Just giving you guys that little alpha there. I also am going to be giving away some big time early access passes, Ruby passes. So for anyone that wants to try out big time, you're going to have an opportunity to get early access through that. All right, this is taking a little bit too long here. But okay, so we're at 863 chips. We will see how much that is on here. Okay, so what we do if we want to convert the chips, I usually convert them to Matic. What do I have for Matic? So if I were to convert all my chips to Matic, that would be 43 cents. So I think we just made like a quarter playing when we were playing right there. So, you know, obviously not much, but you know, every little bit kind of adds up. But yeah, so that is that. I'm just gonna hold on to my chips for now, just keep racking them up. But that is that. We will be doing a Midnight Society video very soon. I'll go through like all the details on it, all the like news, the updates. I will work in a sample of the gameplay that doesn't have the frame drops, and yeah, just let you guys know about everything going on. It would have been dope if I could have gone to the LA meetup. So maybe the next meetup, if they do a little bit closer, like New York or something like that, I would I'd definitely go hit that up. Hey, what's up, Raphael? Good morning or good afternoon to you. Hope you're having a great day over there in the Philippines. Let me just double check this. I am actually going to be hopping off here, so unfortunate with the timing, but just wanted to let you know. Yeah, but the build of Midnight Society was dope. Yeah, Doc NFTs. Yeah. If you go back to like the beginning of the VOD, like the video here, you can see some of the gameplay and stuff, but Az was letting me know that there was like frames dropping and stuff because it's like actually really demanding on the PC right now because I don't have the best PC build. So it was, the stream was lagging. The actual game itself wasn't. It was perfectly fine for me. But the stream was lagging. So I'm going to just record videos of the gameplay off stream, and then I'm gonna get a video up in the next like couple days going over everything, you know, on this game and showcasing the gameplay. And you know, then you'll be able to like watch it there as well to actually get a better feel for what the game looks like, and you know, how it plays and all of that stuff. All right. But that is it for me. I was up to like 3 a.m. last night. It's already almost 1 a.m. tonight. So I am going to get a little bit of sleep tonight. Try to, you know, get some of those Z's. And we'll be back probably tomorrow. All right. So appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. As always, thank you for, you know, coming, hanging out, supporting the channel, all that good stuff. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you guys are. And until next time, as always, train hard, game hard, keep making those life-changing gains, and we will see you in the next one. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day.